Okay, it's been quite some time since I've done raid battle updates for RC3. So this is my new RC3 Mistzug team, and as you can see here, I have Colt, I have Shara, I have Claire, I have Quaid, and we have Cannon. So that was a little bit fast, so I'll go over it again. So Colt, I'm using the Blighted Seal and Heresy Orb. Make sure my Colt doesn't die with the Heresy Orb. But it still has pretty high defense and HP, even without it. So if you don't have the Heresy Orb, you can put something else. For Shara, I have Petutha and Heavenly Bud. So that's 150% spark damage increase with 30% attack defense. Here I have Claire, Godly Flower and Flag Flower. She's probably spear setup only exists for like a few hundred people, because Godly Flower is an HR 36 reward. It's 75% to attack defense and recovery if your BB gauge is max, with 50% spark damage increase. And Flag Flower is really high arena reward, over 800k ABP needed for it. It's 100% spark damage increase with BC and HC increase on spark. So Claire is probably the only unit here that it's like impossible to imitate. But here we have Quaid, Soul Blade, Geld Knight Axe. Soul Blade is the HR 32 reward, 4 turns, 100% attack and defense increase. Geld Knight Axe is the 500k something arena reward, which is 25% increase to crit chance and doubles your crit rate, so it's really OP. And lastly, we have Cannon, Sacred Gem. Here, Skywalker reward, plus 100% to all stats when BB is full except HP, and Heavenly Bud is 100% spark damage. So, going to go into the raid, going to just join a random person's team, for Mistzug. Hopefully we'll be able to get in somewhere. Oh, look at that. So for a friend, I'm just going to use somebody's Grant, 7-star Grant. I'm gonna use him to kill down the torso. I'm gonna join in, and I'm just gonna show you guys the power of this team. So as usual, step 1, get all your BB gauges filled. That's probably the most difficult step of this team because it takes a bit. So I just auto all the way through. And when we get to Mistzug, we should be able to at least do 4 turns without dying, hopefully. Because that's how long Quaid's Soul Blade lasts. If you are trying to figure out what spears to substitute for the spark spears, just use whatever highest you have, 50%. For the actual spheres themselves, I guess besides Blighted Seal, the rest could be replaced with Malice Jewel, Bluffer, Legwans, and you should still do alright. And I have full SPVs in my team, and then I'm just gonna run away until we get to the boss. if you do have time, I would recommend harvesting. If you need materials for raid, with RC4 out, having items handily available is always nice to have. Especially the attack and defense crystals. Those are probably the best items in raid right now. And smoke bombs. Smoke bombs are OP, they save lives. So always get a smoke bomb made. The others are not as necessary. The detectors and the beacons, stuff like that, it's more useful for boss stages where you don't know where the bosses are. So if it's your first time doing that, go ahead and pop one. So this is Mistzug, and we're going to start with Quaid, Colt, Shara, and then everybody else. And you'll start seeing the damage pour in. Tons of damage. Lower body is already like this is a light part, and it's almost down to 50%. Ouch. And the team's still really fat, so no worries dying here. For a second turn, we're going to do it differently to maximize Spark. Because all of the buffs are just being reapplied again. And here, you can see that the head still has the highest, but the torso is actually getting down a lot faster due to having Grant. So here, Claire didn't get her SVB. Sad. Super sad. But it doesn't really matter. You should still be able to maintain full SVB with this setup. And this is turn 3. And it looks like Mistzug is gonna die pretty soon. If not this turn, next turn. So as you can see, this setup can basically solo Mistzug. But this is usually the turn where we get wiped. But we're not getting wiped, so that's good. And that should be it. Turn 4, just BB spam with everybody, and you should win. So even if you're soloing Mistzug, you can do tons and tons of damage with this kind of setup. And dead. Victory is ours. And that was the team. Hopefully, no Phantom. And that's what I've been using for Mistzug.